There was a time when we were in the same position many founders are in today. We knew how to do marketing, we knew how to deliver real value, but we didn't know how to create consistent demand for ourselves. We tried everything. Outbound on LinkedIn, cold sales calls, email marketing, paid ads, Google ads, buying leads, hiring agencies to generate outbound. Some things worked, most didn't. And even when they did work, it wasn't consistent. Clients were random. Revenue was unstable. Every month felt different. And growth depended on constantly feeding paid channels. It wasn't a business system. It was survival. And the most frustrating part, the problem wasn't delivery. We could execute, we just didn't have predictable demand. That's when we realized this wasn't just our problem. Founders everywhere were stuck in the same cycle. Paying for leads, restarting campaign every month, competing on marketplaces, burning time and money, and never building authority. We saw business owners struggling with lead generation and fragmented marketing, and we believed they deserved something better. They deserved a system. We started with video production. The market was growing, demand for video was exploding, and we had strong operational access to talent. It worked, but we noticed something important. Clients didn't just need videos. They didn't know what to say. They didn't have a narrative. They didn't have a content architecture. The problem wasn't production. The problem was upstream strategy. So we began building content systems instead of just delivering content. We tested, we refined it, we mapped pipelines, we created frameworks, we built repeatable processes. We ran it for our clients, then we ran it for ourselves. And something changed. But before it worked, it almost didn't. There was a period when investment money was running out. Revenue was unstable. 1 month 15k, next month 3k, then 10k, then back down again. We were building, but the system hadn't matured yet. It felt like we were doing everything right and still not breaking through. That was the moment we understood. If we don't turn this into a system, this will never scale. And then the compounding effect began. SEO started working, traffic started growing, previous efforts began producing results. Not because we launched something new, but because consistency and structure finally accumulated. Then AI arrived, and instead of fearing it, we integrated it. Automation, systems, subscription model, operational integration, everything became clearer. This wasn't a content agency anymore. This was a growth system. The breakthrough was simple. When we focused on building structured content systems instead of chasing campaigns, clients finally got predictable inbound. And everything changed. Now we could measure inputs, forecast outputs, scale intentionally. Growth became manageable, not random. Today, our clients no longer struggle with constant lead anxiety, restarted marketing every month, buying visibility, competing only on a price. Instead, inbound compounds, authority compounds, traffic compounds. Months improves, 6 months improves, 2 years improves. It's measurable, it's scalable, it's strategic. It's a positive growth spiral. Here is what we believe. Structured content builds predictable growth, and authority compounds over time. Marketing shouldn't feel like survival. It should feel like infrastructure. We don't just produce content. We build systems that build demand. That's KPI Creatives. Building tomorrow, today.